Father made me the strongest.
Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's me, Cultural Appreciation Midnight, and today I'm back with yet another deck guide. This time I'll let you guys decide which warlord you would like to see, and I made a poll on my channel offering you Fulgrim, Kroger, and Vulkan, and Vulkan won this with 36%. It was a really close race. He was closely followed by Fulgrim with 34%, so I gotta make both at some point, I guess. But for today we're gonna play some Salamanders and their Primarch Vulkan, puppy's strongest. So, Vulkan is the beefiest motherfucker in this game. He has 40 health and Survivor 5 on top. When he triggers Survivor, he will get Survivor again and 1 extra attack. So, effectively, he's able to sustain infinite amounts of damage. Very low accurate, I like that. He's not that difficult to kill in-game though, but nonetheless, pretty cool. And we're gonna use that fact and the Salamanders sacrifice a mechanic, like when they die on their own turn, to make a cool blow-up terrorist deck. I don't know, I'm Cultural Appreciation Midnight today, so I'm not gonna make any jokes about the Middle East. So as mentioned, this deck revolves around the sacrifice mechanic of the Salamanders and its kind of burn control combo. I don't even know, it's kind of all over the place, but it works pretty well. Yeah, I got a Vulkan deck on my channel already from like a year ago. It was back from the days when Desperate Defense was still a thing. And I was out to build deck without Desperate Defense and it just built a mid-range Vulkan. That works too. But yeah, today we're gonna blow some shit up. And our warlord is of course Vulkan. One reason why I chose him, besides a large health pool, is his ability to create teachings on demand. Why is that good? Because it secures our early game. Like turn 1 you will always just use your ability. Don't bother with Everslide void engagement. You want some energy efficiency in the early game, except if you have to face bash something or have a good opportunity. But anyway, yeah, I'll use your ability turn 1 and create a teaching, hope for a hope or a devotion. So 40% chance to get one of those and have a to guarantee turn 2 play. Yeah, we have that in the deck already, but Vulkan is a Primarch, he starts with one less card, and having that is pretty good. Besides that, you can create benevolences. You can have more than 2, effectively, and that's good because, well, we can blow more stuff up like Ancient Saber, Ancient Declare, especially Resta, and yeah, you got the idea. Sorrow and Resilience are not that great, but still find their use. And yeah, the first card here is Dwelling Site. This is used to, first of all, ramp into our threats one turn earlier, like Epistolary Resta, Ancient Declare, Ancient Saber. Besides that, it helps a little bit with our combos, like when you have a 10 energy and an Ancient Saber, Dwelling Site enables you to play Ancient Saber and a Benevolence at the same turn, so use this cautiously. Next up is Alpha Slider. Once again, most of the time we will use this for our combos, the energy refill part basically, but if you have nothing to play and 1 energy is left, like cycle it, it's not too bad either. Healing, yeah, I won't use it most of the time. Orbital Combat, another great cycle card from the Salamanders. I really like it, it completely messes up your opponent's turn. And in worst case scenario, you just draw 1 card for 1 energy. Try to use this wisely, like if you're up against Sons of Horus, try use it before the Muster turn. If you're up against Alpha Legion, try use it before the Harrowing turn. And so on, you got the idea. Besides Alpha Legions, you can just cycle it most of the time. Or if you play something big like a Declare or a Saber, play that to ensure that your opponent doesn't play hard removal. So basically 1 energy, draw a card, and the possibility to mess up your opponent's next turn. Next up, void engagement. Yeah, I have a lot of tactics in this deck, as you see, pretty untypical for a Salamanders deck. But this is, again, used per cycle, and we want to kill our opponent, so I just chose this. It will trigger most of the time. We also got Hope in this deck, so it, again, reduces the amount of troops we have in our deck, and ensures that void engagement almost always hits. Next up is the command bridge. Not much to say here, you basically want to fish for tactics, which you need at a certain situation. We have a card for every situation here, more or less. So, yeah, it found its way, obviously. Corrosion Squad. So this is not a turn 1 play in this deck, except if you're up against Nomus. You will always go first against Nomus, so this will counter his Corrosion Squad, and also forces him to face bash into this and denies him a draw. Besides that, I really don't like to play them here turn 1, as I mentioned, I like to create a teaching. We want to use these guys to, well, blow them up again. I like to combo them, like the basic combo is you play Scorched Earth, and they get blown up. So you pay 2 extra energy and deal 3 damage to the enemy warlord. That's what they are for. A scenario where you can play them is when you have already another threat on the board to set them up, basically. But naked, I wouldn't play them because we have no way to protect them like Nomos. You can risk it if you can follow it up with Shepherding Savior. But most of the time, I would save these guys like in your hand, so you can combo them with Scorched Earth, Volcanic Instability, or something else. Next up is Storm Eagle. I just really like this card. Deal 2 damage and stun something for 2 energy is really good. It really messes up night turns and so on. You can also combo it like over 2 turns where you stun a big stuff and then do your thing, and next turn you can just Ash and Bones it. So Storm Eagle, 1 turn, Ash and Bones next turn. You don't have to use that simultaneously. And besides that, you can also use it on your own stuff. Yeah, you can use it on your own troops to trigger sacrifice effects. So once again, if you use this on erosion, you skip the stun, but if you're like 1 of lethal, you can, like, instead of using this on the enemy face, you can use the erosion and deal 1 extra damage. Yeah. Just an idea. It's a really good card here. Ash and Bones is our hard removal of choice. We have a lot of stuff like Roshan Squad, like little damages, Scorched Earth, yeah, Epistolary Rastan. A lot of ways to deal little chips of damage, so to say. And Ash and Bones comes in really handy here, so we don't have to battle the bigger troops. If they have damage, we're just gonna destroy them anyway. Benevolence, so this is mainly used to trigger sacrifice effect in a key combo piece. So we basically want to use that on Ancient Saber or Ancient Decklier, sometimes a bit like Restan for an AoE, and if you are going for lethal, then just use it on the Roshan Squad for 3 extra damage. In tough situations, you can also use this to heal yourself. Don't worry about it too much, because Vulkan can effectively be immortal and generate these on demand, so yeah, if you have like 4 of these, like, don't hesitate to use it on yourself too, because you will never use all of them in one game anyway. Tippling Savior. No particular function in this deck, he's just too good to skip in my opinion. If you have Roshans on the board, he will keep them alive. Also really good with Devotion if you generated it. Like the turn after, you can give the Soka Hunter Survivor again. Really like him here. As I mentioned, no particular synergy, just really good troop in my opinion. Hope. So this is here to ensure our combos. It's still unnerved from the energy manipulation changes. So worst case scenarios, get a 0 energy Roshan squad, but that's not too bad. You can just use it then for a 0 energy 3 damage burn, so to say, if you, for example, play a Scorched Earth again. Yeah. Best case scenarios, you get something like Decklier, and you can play him the turn after, or Ancient Saber for 6 energy, and then, you, for example, with Drilling Sight, you can already play him in 5 energy, and that's huge. If he doesn't get hard removed, then you can just go ham with Benevolences and all the other AoEs. So really good here, like it. Informer Network, not much to say. This is my anti-stealth deck of choice here. Salamanders have the natural anti-stealth. And going the AoE theme, I went with Informer Network. Scorched Earth, our first little AoE, deal 2 damage to all units. Doesn't sound that good on paper, but it is actual synergy with the Salamanders faction because of the sacrifice ability. So you can use this offensively and defensively. You can use it to clear the enemy board or to trigger sacrifice effects of your own. Then of course the Epistolary Rastan goes in every Salamanders deck. This is a prime 4-drop, he's fucking insane. Is like 3/6 worth of stats, but better distributed because he needs 2 actions to be removed. Trades upwards, deals AoE damage. Excellent troop, no reason not to include 2. Then Volcanic Instability. This is another AoE. It functions like Scorched Earth, but just 3 damage to everything instead of 2. Keep in mind it's quite random if there are more than 3 troops on the board, but nonetheless this helps with sacrifice effects and just dealing with the enemy board. Ancient Decklier. Just a pretty good troop with the need sacrifice effect, and if it gets thrown by orbits, pretty good, yeah. So yeah, one of their prime targets for Benevolence and the combos. Try to keep him alive, but most of the time he will lead a hard removal. But that paves the way for Ancient Saber. This guy wins you the game, more or less. If you're 6th, you bump him into the enemy warlord, like, or into a big troop, deal 4 damage to everything else, clear the whole board, then pop a couple of Benevolences, and then you deal like 16 or 18 damage in 1 turn. So yeah, this is basically your game finisher. Just hope that he sticks, but most of the time he will. He's really beefy, only hard removal really hurts. The only really effective counter I saw to him is, like, as I mentioned, hard removal or Gabriel playing the flanker guy for 7 damage to the, I don't know, Varangi veterans, and then using his ability for 3 damage. But yeah, that's the deck. We will see it in action. I think it's easier to show you how it plays than explain it. But I think at this point you got the idea. We simply blow shit up. But as usual, if you don't agree with me on some of my card choices, or if you're missing on some of these cards, I got some alternative card choices here for you. First of all, the Endertail squad, I was thinking about them for a while because they were pretty good in Nomus. Like, you play them, then Benevolence, and then kill something. But they were especially good in Nomus because I was running the Sorrow tactic there as well, the teaching, I mean. And we had means to protect them. We were frontline all the time, and yeah, as mentioned, Sorrow. Here we don't have it in the deck, so I don't have that many ways to protect them, and decided to skip them. Nonetheless, I think they might work here. Then Devotion, of course, it's a pretty good 3-drop too. Soaker Hunters for 3 energy is fair. There's no reason not to main deck it. It just doesn't run with the theme, but nonetheless, it's not a mistake to put it in the deck. And then, of course, we got Mount Deathfire. Yeah, I didn't include the best utility Salamanders card in this deck. Oh, but so yeah, it is. You're right. But hear me out. So, Vulkan is a Primarch and he starts with one less card. If you have it in the starting hand, it's literally that. You can't do anything with it. You can't even play it on curve with Vulkan because you will never play the Roshan's turn 1. Best case scenario is you kind of manage to kill 2 Restiles and then you revive 2 Restants on 5 energy. But then you still have to pay 4 to play them. So yeah, this card doesn't do that much in this deck. It's still very good. Like, if you draw it late game and your opponent actually managed to kill off all your stuff, like 2 Rasta and Stagler and Xavier or something, and you get them back to hand, then yeah, then it's good. But this will never happen. Like, the game will end before that, trust me. This card is insane, but it is simply not worth it. You can try it, of course, but most of the time you will just get a couple of Sorka Hunters and maybe a Reston back in your hand. Is that worth it? It's not bad, but not as great as in pure troop Salamander decks. Then, of course, your DQ, the hammer, which you most of the time play in Vulkan, is pretty good because, as mentioned, he's able to sustain infinite amounts of damage. And basically, trading the troops infinitely, he will take damage but can pop the Survivor anyway. This will be pretty good against Space Wolf, it's pretty good against drop pod units because he doesn't have to damage them, you just have to attack them, basically. It was just a bit abundant here in this deck, in my opinion, because we have so much AoE and removal, you simply don't need it. But I'm sure it will come in handy at some point. I don't know. As mentioned, I feel it's abundant. Also, like, the big Space Wolf threats are basically coming at the 4 energy spot and the 6 energy spot. And Gabriel is also high initiative, so there's no way we will play this before he plays, for example, the Gunnison guy on curve. I'm speaking about on curve, so we can't respond that then anyway. And Urticle will come in too late. So I hope you got the idea. It's still a pretty good card. Next, some neutral cards. First of all, I got the Orbital Siege. Like, in really tough situation, you can get rid of your whole land, like all of the teachings you generated and didn't use, for a huge AoE. It could work. You might play this instead of 1 Volcanic Instability or 1 Scorched Earth, like as an emergency button, so to say. But yeah, keep in mind you will get rid of your whole land. Is it worth it? Sometimes it comes in cool. And it deals damage to everything on the board, so it will trigger sacrifice effects. And next up, Planetary Purge. It works somewhat similar to Volcanic Instability, it's just much more random. A good thing about this card is they can also use this as a finisher for 1 more damage. But as mentioned, I just hate the randomness. A good thing, if you hit your own unit, you will trigger sacrifice. Yeah, is it really worth it? You can try, but as mentioned, this card is just too random to me. Worth trying though. Speaking of randomness, we got Crucial Choice. Like, if you're running Urticule, I will definitely recommend Crucial Choice because you can get, like, Raven's Talons. You can include this card nonetheless, even if you don't run Urticule, if you want a big nuke like Fish for that, as a backup plan to win. Next up, we got Last Breath of Section. I think it works really good here because, well, it's a good 3-drop and it has great synergy with Ash and Bones. So you ping something with the 1 damage and then Ash and Bones, a good 6 energy combo. I like them in Salamanders. Then Manifest Destiny, that makes you even harder to kill, so it adds 5 Survivor on top of your 5 Survivor. The enemy then basically has to pop your Survivor and then deal another 10 damage in a single turn to not let you trigger your Reckoning. And that's a hard task, so in the regular Vulkan build, I would actually play this here. It's rather low tempo in my opinion. And the last card on my list is actually Emperor's Wrath. I really like it in Vulkan because he can get into that 9 energy turn pretty easily. But then you need a whole different approach to the deck. I would also run like something like Disciple of Flames here and the, I don't know what they're called, the 4 energy frontline guys, they're 2-4 with Survivor 2. It's pretty good there, because the Salamanders have a lot of good 4-drops, the Pistolary Rastan, Chaplain Xavier, the 4-drops I mentioned, Disciple of Flames and the frontline guy, even Roshan squads come in handy there. So Emperor's Wrath, you can build a deck around it in Vulkan, but as mentioned, you will have to add more troops here and less AoE or cycle, I guess. So yeah, that's the deck, some alternative cards, and now we're gonna jump into some gameplay, of course. Currently, I'm somewhere in the bottom of the top 10. Yeah, I'm rank 8 currently. I'd say, let's kick some ass. Valdor. Oh, no, I wish I had Urticule. Oh, Fire Sing. Ooh, Fire Sing plays Valdor. Usually he just plays meta stuff. I don't need that early, so I'm gonna mulligan it. As mentioned, you want to mulligan for that. Yeah, that's perfect. Ash and Bone's also pretty good when the big stuff comes out. Oh, that's actually perfect. That's a really good opener for me. Devotion and Hope. Melchior is fine. So let's just Devotion. And I'm gonna actually face bash against Valdor. Because we have quite a lethal range with this stack. So here... yeah, that sucks a little bit. I'm gonna have to Informant here because I really want to kill Melchior. Oh, that's a good... So yeah, get rid of that. He will get 2 Reckoning triggers, but there's no way he will ever finish that against me. So I think I'm fine. I'm gonna play him cautiously here. It's been great to follow it up with the Soka Hunters, but didn't work out, unfortunately. Okay, as mentioned, I'm not gonna play Saber here yet. Let's hope first and see what we get. Roshan Squad, that's not that great. Not gonna play him, I'm just gonna create another teaching. Saro's pretty good though. I can play Xavier and Saro and Roshan next turn, for example. But we will see what he does first. Kaiser Lane I don't like. Kinda need to get rid of him at some point. Command Bridge. Yeah, I'm gonna fish for Scorched Earth here. Gonna face bash. That's a pretty solid board state here. I like that. And that's an Auric Mortalis, is it? No. The Hunting Eagle, holy crap, okay. That's a Hunting Eagle. Okay, let's Command Bridge into Scorched Earth. Yeah, do I really need Ash and Bones here? I don't think so, right? I also don't want to play this into the Scorched Earth here, actually. Fine. Let's actually do it. It's a good chunk of damage. But as mentioned, I think I don't need to Ash and Bones that. I'm just gonna trade into it. I don't mind if he attacks this. I still got 2 Ash and Bones, so I should be safe if he plays any big Custodes. What I need now is Saber or... what's his name? Oh, he doesn't attack into it. Interesting. Megator on that? Alright, buddy. Well, this has to die. I don't want that one. He is Saber. Perfect. So I'm gonna ignore this stuff and I'm just gonna go phase. I have Benevolence here. And our plan, this was a really good top deck. I just need to hope that it sticks. Yeah. My plan is just to play the Roshan Squad and Benevolence next turn and then he just dies, basically. I wonder if he will let me here. Oh. It's still fine. Holy crap, what's happening? What's he doing? No! Only in death he actually runs it. Oh my god, no! Oh, and I got another drilling site. Fuck. I'm gonna kill it now. I have another Ash and Bones here. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I have Benevolence in hand. I could trigger this like 2 or 3 times. Yeah, 2 times, I think. Holy crap. Oh, only death. Who the fuck plays this? Shit. Oh, god damn it. Fine, so be it. Arf, arf. No. Yeah, that's a talisman. Let's just use it a couple times, I suppose. I'm gonna create another one. What can I get? I don't have Roshans yet. so I'm not gonna use it here. I'm just gonna Benevolence again. And do this. This way we put him onto damage. And if I top deck something like another AoE, oh god damn it. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, I need my AoEs here, so let's see. Ah, that's not it. Sorrow, that's also not it. Does he have it? He doesn't have it yet. Okay, okay, game goes on. Oh, okay, so I'm poking up for Reckoning. Attack to this one, of course. Pop Reckoning again. Resilience into Restan. Orbital Combat. Orbital Combat again. I'm just gonna cycle it here, I don't care. And another Restan. Oh, god damn it. I can't play him. Okay, well, let's put it like that. Keep it like that. Oh, this is close. If he has another Talonman, holy shit, man. Oh, but... Oh, no. Okay, wait. Okay, give me a minute. Is it lethal? Yeah. That should be lethal, actually. Am I right? Yeah. Okay, got him. Holy crap. Oh, volcanic instability, ladies and gentlemen. Holy crap, that was a good game. That was a good game, I like that. Ugh. This is gonna be a really annoying one. But let's try. The erosion is pointless. Don't want to play him.
You are not so scary.
Ooh, let's just create a teaching. Yeah, devotion is perfect. Devotion is perfect. Alright, here's hope. Let's start off with devotion. Now we go face against this guy. I hope Hope draws me Chaplain Dude. That would be cool. And form a network off the top, of course. Gotta love it. Alright, let's hope. That's Xavier. Not too bad. Let's avoid engagement. And face is the place. Yeah, let's put everything to his face, I don't care. I can play Xavier next turn, I just have to dodge Win of the Week, that would be great. Fucking hell. Okay. I need to get rid of that, but... let's just risk it. So, 21 cards in the deck. That's 32 our Win of the Week. Did you... That's servo arm, that's okay. Servo arm is okay. So I'm gonna drop erosion here to prevent winnow plays, obviously. But let's get a teaching first. Resilience, no, that's not that great. I'm gonna get a benevolence, drop erosion to play around winnow and clear the guy. Okay, so far so good. Ferrum Cruiser, Alright. That's alright. So I will get this back. This will be a 5 energy erosion. But I will get them back nonetheless. I think... Yeah, I have nothing better to play here, so we're gonna resilience into erosion. Refill 2. Face. Face. And benevolence. Into Big Damagios. So he's at 8, we're getting there. Maybe he will just ability the winnow. We'll see. I have 3, 4, 5, 6 in the hand. So winnow from ability is the only thing that saves him here. And then I can still top deck some cool stuff, I think. But we might have gotten him here. We might have gotten him here. Water strike.
No one will doubt our honor.
Okay. We got him. But yeah, that was a pretty rushy, but he just saw the damage output here. Pretty good for the next one. Okay. I'm gonna keep the drilling side. In case I throw a rest in or something.
So comes the moment. I am the Emperor.
Okay, let's see what... The benevolence. Let's hope he played these so that I get some value here at least. What the fuck is this? Okay. Xavier just dies. I don't want that. Let's create another teaching, and it's of course resilience. And draw another card. Okay. Oh, it's Mission Leman. Hello. Hello. I'm gonna kill that, obviously. Storming goes great. Let's... Like, what could you play turn 4? I don't know. Let's actually use the Storm Eagle, because if he plays Balai, I'm fucked. If he plays Balai, I'm fucked, so I'm gonna reduce some damage output here, to be honest. That's not Balai. Yeah, Volcanic instability, pretty good. I'm just gonna clear the board here and draw a card. It's another Arbor Slider. Okay. What are these cards? Holy shit. Okay, man. I'm gonna play Orbital Comet in case he has the spear. Nice coach there. Not gonna play it on that. I think that's wasted. Let's get another teaching. Oh shit. Yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna play him here because why the hell not? It's just gonna distract him a little bit. Oh, he plays cool. This is interesting. So many interesting games today. Okay, and attack face, or what? What's the idea here? Alright. So I'm gonna Scorched Earth. Clear his board. And then we'll fill 2. And let's get Xavier. Like, what the hell not? If he doesn't have another flanker, he at least sticks a bit. And if he sticks, I can sorrow him. What the fuck is this card? Okay, I guess. Let's sorrow. And to Xavier. Okay. Let's play deck clear. And yeah, that should be them. I'm gonna attack with it. 8 survivor. Let's see if you can shoot through that. And I used finally Baylite. No, he's just gonna fuck my survivor here. Okay. I mean, he killed himself, basically. I just popped survivor and that's it, but let's do it fancy. With volcanic instability. And this would trigger then. Didn't happen, but yeah.
You will never win.
Alright, very weird deck, but fine, I'll take it, I guess. That was quite a ride. I had a lot of weird decks today. And I hope you guys enjoyed. That should be it for this video. Couple games and the burn Vulkan. It's very thematic, I guess. If you want to see more stuff like that, feel free to check out my channel. There are more deck guides and community requests. Feel free to leave suggestions below for other videos I should make. And yeah, as mentioned, feel free to like, subscribe, and all the other crap. And I hope to see you around in the next video. Midnight out.